like Miami. Miami, 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 Miami. It feels like Miami.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. That was my G impression. What you guys think? Heat win! Heat win! Heat win! Oh my God, I haven't been able to do that in a long time. I almost forgot how to do it. Is it the left and the right, then the right and the left? Is it both at the same time? Oh, it's like that. It's like that.
It's like that, baby.
No, okay. But before I even get into the game, the funniest thing about this entire game, the funniest thing is Julius Randle flexing after drawing a foul on Tyler Hero in the post. Like, are you fucking kidding me, Julius Randle? Like, you could take the clown out of New York, but you can't take the New York out of the clown. Like, this dude is one of the funniest players in the NBA. Like, the turnovers from this asshole. Like, oh my God, I love playing Julius Randle. It's the most fun thing in the world. But anyway, Heat win. They get off the schneid. Also, this is the first post-game show I've appeared on that they've won.
The curse is over.
Before today, I've done 4 post-game shows. They were all losses. Out of the 5 Heat losses, I was on 4 of the post-game shows. The only one I didn't think I did was Orlando, which was a complete blowout. But, like, if it was close, I was on that motherfucker afterwards. So Heat win. I'm in the building. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. This is the Miami Heat beat post-game show. And with me today, my other GM, I'm sorry, with me today, we have Tiffany Meeks. Say hello to the people, Tiffany.
Hello to the people.
Hello. We have Franky G, the star producer.
Hola.
And we have Coach Lou, Saucy Takes. Wait, what's that behind you, Lou?
The beam is lit.
Oh, shit.
It's Christmas. It's Christmas. I wish I knew how to say hello in Slovenian. Serbian? He's Serbian. I'm sorry. In Serbian? Jesus. Sorry, go on.
I set you up.
Franky with the
rosy. I get Saucy a little Christmas bell that says Saucy Takes on it.
Lou got the tree from the Peanuts Christmas Carol. The Charlie Brown Christmas.
There's no way that's a real tree.
No. Hey, shout out Walmart.
That tree got sickle cell. You look malnourished. So you gotta put some water at the base of that motherfucker. Maybe an aspirin. Jesus.
You say it's dry.
If it's dry.
Hey, the tree goes as the season goes.
It's like a Jerry Curl with no activator. God damn. Anyway,
Ali.
back to Heat basketball. Oh, sorry. I forgot I get off on these tangents. Anyway, listen, I'm just gonna go around the board, Tiff. Listen, we have been ultra fucking negative, super negative. People complaining about my timeline because all I'm doing is trashing people. My headline says trade Jimmy. We can talk about that later. But let's start with the positives, Tiff. What were your positive takeaways from tonight's thrilling win? Niko Jovic, not last second, but game-winning layup and one. Someone finally made a fucking free throw. I bet they wish they can get them 3 missed free throws back. But Tiff, what was your positive coming out this game?
Couple of things quickly. Niko showed us a lot of things that he could do playing with the second unit. That's number 1. Number 2, Highsmith should have all the minutes. Like we got to stop playing. I know he not getting you 20 a night, but he giving you stocks. I heard. I don't even know what that is, but it gets the people going. and number 3, most importantly, Tyler is just playing steady. It is not outerworldly. It is not MVP category. Like, it's steady. Like, he is playing to win.
Yeah, he's making winning plays. Like, whereas in the past, you would see him score 25, 26, 30 points, and it was almost like it was taking away from the Heat sometimes, right? And not even like just from a hater standpoint. It was too many games where he's dropping 30 and the Heat are losing, and you feel like what he did took away from the offense. I don't feel like that's happened a single time this year. Like, I feel like every point that he's dropped, they've needed it. He's made, and Crotty was pointing this out on the broadcast. Like, he's making a lot of really, really good decisions. Like, he's being super smart with the ball, unlike his backcourt counterpart. But we're not getting negative yet.
But wait, comment on this positively. I'm reading this because I know you're thinking what I'm thinking when I say this. So so Chad is saying he had 8 turnovers, but yes. Okay, he had 8 turnovers. Guess what? He needed to handle the ball.
And listen, and
you got to live with that.
One thing I will say sometimes, like when them turnovers be high, like it's some of the games where I like their offense the most, right? Because it's less ISO ball. They're actually moving the ball. A lot of times when they have 17, 18 turnovers are my favorite offensive games. And I know maybe that sounds counterintuitive, but a lot of times the reason they got 9 turnovers is because they stand the fuck around. Like nobody moving. I mean, they're not even moving the ball.
It's real safe plays.
Right.
Real safe. Real prevent offense. Franky, your positive takeaway from tonight's game.
Young guys played a lot of minutes. We saw them get a lot of responsibility. Yeah, like you said, Tyler had 8 turnovers, but he was the primary option tonight with no Jim. He got the primary defensive focus. These games are important. We've seen games with Dwayne Wade had 10 turnovers and stuff. These games are important for his development. Big night from Niko responding to getting benched. Obviously the last play, but 15 points, 7 rebounds when his toughness was put into question, and just responded exactly the way you wanted from him. Put in a position to succeed tonight. Who would have thought?
No, I mean, yeah, Frank, you take Niko away from him, 2 dominant ball handlers, and look what happens, right? Like, and these are the things like we've been begging for. I didn't want Niko out of the starting lineup. You know who I wanted out of the starting lineup, but no negativity. But what I did want is for Niko to have some kind of freedom to do what he does best, to not stand in the corner like a statue waiting for the ball to come to him. You know who's good at that shit? Kevin Love. And that's who the fuck started tonight. And I put it on the timeline. I said, I'd like to see Kevin Love start. And these motherfuckers called me crazy. They called me a madman. But look, listen, I don't know how much of a difference Kevin Love made in this game, but I thought his minutes were impactful. They won his minutes, 6 rebounds. Like, finally somebody was backing up Bam on the boards, and it was really nice to fucking see.
6 rebounds in 13 minutes.
6, come on, man. Like, nobody else. Niko wasn't doing that in the starting lineup. He just wasn't. I mean, even Highsmith ain't doing that like Kevin Love is doing that. And to have both of those guys out there with Highsmith as a primary wing defender, like, to me, that's listen, it's not a recipe for a championship because this team ain't winning no championship, but it is a recipe for a very, very competitive starting unit. Lou, what were your positive takeaways from tonight?
Kevin Love. Like, let's continue the Kevin Love agenda. Zaddy, as Tiff calls him, gotta give him some credit, man, because the Heat have been trying to get Bam to be more perimeter oriented defensively and giving Niko some of these 5 matchups, and he just hasn't been able to hold his own. It happened with Orlando. It happened with Phoenix. Today, Kevin Love held his own against Gobert, and that's the reason we saw Julius Randle get off to an atrocious start in the first half. I think he had 2 points in the entire first half. Like, the freedom to do some of these things, his playmaking from the 5-man, like his outlet passing is a thing of beauty to see. And to your point, Alf, I like when they have turnovers. They haven't had more than 14 turnovers in a game all season. And you know what the offense has been? I mean, not that it was much better today, but it's still been just as bad as it was today.
Yeah.
Like, they need to get up and pick up speed. We got to give Niko some credit because I saw a lot of slander. We all saw a lot of slander. Niko's having a bad year. That's what happened when you don't play players to their strengths. Today, he was given freedom of reign. We saw what he did. He was putting the ball on the floor. He was getting to the cup consistently, running 4 or 5 pick and rolls, drawing fouls, getting it to Bam, getting Bam to the line, doing things to impact the game of basketball besides being a spot-up shooter. Because you know what happens when you're not hitting as a spot-up shooter? You are useless. You are useless. And today, Niko's game was more about everything else that he did, and we saw him crash better for rebounds. We saw him get out in transition. We saw him push pace. We saw him do all these little things that we have seen before. But when you put him and you pigeonhole him on offense and you play at a turtle's pace, that's what happens.
Yep, like just completely miscast. There he is. Hit him with it, Niko. They call that man Toucan Slam in the damn chat. I'm a little.
We're gonna cancel Leches for that one.
I'm a little mad at that, but
oh my god!
Oh, Niko has a nose for. Oh, okay, all right. Listen, I think my last two headlines were Trade Spo, then Trade Spo and Bam. I'm gonna give Spo some credit tonight. I've been hard on this motherfucker. Listen. Spo to me is the best coach in basketball, okay? But his spotations have been thoroughly trash. I'm not going to speak negatively about his 3-guard lineup with Terry, J. Rich, and Hero in the third quarter because that shit was trash. Second quarter when they gave him the 12-point lead because that shit was trash. But I'm not going to be negative. What I will say is we have seen time and time again trash last-second plays. Trash, hey, we need a shot for the win plays. We've seen so many trash calls out of timeouts with 3, 4, 5, 10 seconds left in the game. Finally, Franky, go ahead. Pull that up. And I know it was a botch switch, but it felt like it felt like a good call out of timeout, something going to the basket, and there we go, Niko. And this is the Niko that we've been waiting for, that we wanted to see, right? Like going to the rim. You are 6'10", young man. Go to the hole, get fouled, and then he actually made a free throw, which is, listen, that is not to be taken for granted with this team. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a Spo for that, for that play out of timeout, the game winner. I also think he trusted his young guys, Ware and Larson. And I think he had the right amount of trust for them tonight. Like there have been other times I feel like he's put Pella in bad situations, or not bad, like a little bit over his head for what he is now. I think he's a very accomplished rookie. Like he's a little bit ahead of what a lot of rookies are, but he was giving him a little bit too much responsibility. Where he just played the Thomas Bryant Memorial minutes, like nothing crazy against Nikola Jokic. Like he just put him out there and like just played him those short runs where he could be impactful. I do want, if he's blocking 3 shots in a row, I need somebody to come get a fucking rebound. Yeah, like that shit is killing me. And look at him. See, big. I mean, like the boy is big. Okay, like he plays big. Like. He actually protects the rim. Like he can give you solid minutes. He give you a lot more than Thomas Bryant can. And one thing I did notice today, his screens, y'all.
Better.
His screens.
Yeah, he's getting better.
A whole lot better.
His flashes they were there. I thought his first stint in that first quarter, the lob, you see the athleticism, and then the chase down block, it felt like in a 1-minute stint. You see the flashes. The screening was better. I agree. It's just some of these moments that, he still looks like a rookie, and that's fine. Yep. He needs to tighten some things up, but the clay is there to be worked with. And I mean, with the way this season has been, he should be playing all these backup minutes.
And Carla Tiana did point something out, because we were before we came on, we were talking about how Spo doesn't go offense, defense, final defensive play of the game, and you got Tyler Hero and Terry Rozier out there. But
oh my God,
he did have Duncan inbounding the ball.
I was gonna say, did we notice that?
Yeah, he took Bam out. Put Kevin in,
and I'm not. And I like it.
And like Leches in the chat said, we had so many whites on the court, Minnesota crowd started cheering for us. But it was a great play design. Credit to Terry too, coming around, setting that back screen on Ant to force the switch, and Jaden got caught in no man's land. Niko did a great job sprinting. Hell of a pass by Duncan to put it on the money. Like normally Kevin's the inbounder there, so having Duncan be the inbounder was a nice little switch there.
Well, either way, putting a 6'8" guy, 6'9" guy out there who can pass, who we know both of those guys can pass really, really well, instead of a Pella Larson. That was, I like, as much as I love Pella Larson, I think he's a good rookie. Like we had him inbounding the ball on a game-winning play. Like that is just not that. Like I said, Spo played them when he should have, in the spots he should play them. He didn't overdo it with either of those guys. So I'm gonna give Spo some props. Someone said ever since Alf lost some weight, we've seen him on camera more than a politician. Bro, I was on here fat as shit all last season, okay? All right? Well, not all last season, all last playoffs, all 5 games of that motherfucker. Mercifully short hangover time final season. But yeah, I mean, but Tiff, okay, so we saw a new starting lineup. No Jimmy. So the trade Jimmy thing in my headline is a joke. But what I will say is without Jimmy, right, we see guys fall into roles better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if one more fucking person makes an Ozempic joke, okay? Fuck y'all. It's called gastric bypass, motherfuckers. Tiff, we saw a new starting lineup, and we saw guys in roles, right?
Right.
You want a power forward that's just going to stand around and shoot threes and rebound and play some good team defense? Kevin Love is your man, right?
Right.
You want a good wing defender? Here goes Haywood Highsmith. You want a point guard? We don't have one of those.
We're still searching.
You had more guys out there in roles, right?
Right.
Instead of Jovic playing that Kevin Love stand there role. Instead of you hoping that Jimmy Butler can summon 2023, 2021 Jimmy Butler and be your wing defender. You had guys actually out there suited for those roles. So I know this ain't gonna be the starting lineup going forward. Alf was hosting hypertension time. Between Ethan and Leches in the chat, I can't find peace. I know this is not the starting lineup going forward, but I feel like this is kind of a blueprint. Like, if Spo cares anything about me, when Jimmy comes back, he'll replace Terry, not Haywood. What do you think?
I think that is. To me, I think that's just still like the problem. It's that Terry just isn't consistent enough with his offense. You know, I think that's good. That's a huge problem. And I think it magnifies because Bam is also not having a good season. So when you combine those two, you find yourself in positions like what did we have, a 12-point lead at one point? Like we were like, and literally Terry was just out there. Like I don't know what he was doing, but he was just out there.
Doing the best thing Terry could do, nothing. Just don't fuck it up.
Right. He was just out there. But I just think that this was, you know, from every standpoint, the first quarter, this was a winnable game. You know, it sucks you didn't get a consistent offensive game from Terry, who found other little things to do towards the end. You didn't get a consistent night from Bam on the offense. I don't even, and I'm going to be honest, and I need somebody else to kind of chime in and help me out because I don't, you know, Bam had 3 blocks, I think they said.
Yeah.
I don't win.
In the first half.
Yeah, it was all in the first half.
All on Randall too.
Yeah.
I just didn't feel I just never felt him in the game.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought defensively in the first half in particular, I thought he was shutting shit down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
then
I did think
Then the second half, once Minnesota went small and you know we started playing some more Niko because, like you said, some of that offense that we had when Rozier was on the court, was pretty nasty. Then you know it just went back to more of the same. But I thought in the first half, I thought he did a really, really good job on Julius.
But Lou, you have to tell me, if you told me we're playing a team with Rudy Gobert and they decide to go small, that's where I'm looking for Bam to eat.
No, but he's
not hungry, Tiff.
Yeah. The thing is, he can't, for some reason this season, he can't take advantage of mismatches at all. Like when it's a big and he's supposed to be trying to take him off the dribble, he's shooting fadeaways. When he's trying to back down a smaller guy, like he looks like he loses his damn footing and loses control. Like he's just not under control offensively. And I don't know what that is. Like we can sit here and keep blaming the guards all day long.
Right.
But at some point, when you're an NBA center, you can't be having 3 for 11s. He's shooting under 40% on the season.
he shoots the second most shots from 5 to 14 feet, and he's shooting 30 in the league. Like everybody but Luka Doncic shoots more than him. He's shooting more than them, and he's shooting 33% from there. His average distance is 10 feet. That's a career long from him. He's not taking advantage of those. He's I think this is the first year that he's below 90% of his shots in the lane, and he's taking it's the wrong spot. He's not shooting. He usually shoots about like 40%, 42% from that range, but he's taking way too many from there. He's not getting to the rim. He's settling a lot, and a lot of those are contested shots. So that's why it's going to be streaky. But I thought today, like he did find ways to be impactful. Led the team in assists, led the team in blocks. Great defense on Julius Randle. Did a good job on the boards. Helped lead. Randle only had 6 boards for the game. Gobert had 13, but he did a lot of those against Ware in that 9-minute spurt where it got kind of abused there. But yeah, Bam definitely has a lot to work on. But I think it's just a lot of what Tyler's done, where he's really focused on his shot selection. Like Bam needs to do a lot of that too.
Lou, I think we saw some good stuff with Bam when it was we got back to a little bit of that Bam Duncan action, the 2-man game.
Yes.
Yep.
That was another thing. They haven't played. He's barely played with Duncan this year.
Yeah, but we saw it look good, but we just barely.
We've seen it look good in spurts, but it's 2 minutes. And
it's 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then it looks really good. And Spo decides that's not what he wants to see.
We're winning those minutes. Give me Josh Richardson.
Yeah.
Oh
no!
God.
Yeah, I tweeted today. The only time I've been happy to see Terry Rozier sub in is when it's for Josh Richardson.
No, you know what? I see Rozier head out and then Josh Richardson come in. It's like I don't know how my heart sinks twice. Like it's like just fuck.
It's that Simpsons meme, Alf, when Grandpa walks into the bar, takes his head off, puts it back on, and walks right back out.
But it's like I'm telling you, like the minute the Terry, J. Rich, Tyler minutes,
should be banned.
Banned. As you said, it made my ass itch. I was like, how you have 3 guards and none of them can dribble real good?
Or guard real good.
Guard real good. That's the
you just got 3 cones.
If I was opposing defenses, I would just trap the motherfuckers every time.
Well, that was the problem. What kept happening with Terry? Yeah, but I think the problem with Terry, where he just prematurely picks up his dribble every single time, and you're taught as a guard, you don't pick it up until you know what you're going to do with the ball.
But when nobody's trapping him, he dribbles the air out that motherfucker.
I know.
He does not know how to live dribble kick. Like it does not work in him. As soon as he gets a screen, he picks it up, 2 hands, pivots, and then passes. By that time, the whole defense has reset themselves. So every advantage he got has been lost. And I mean, Josh Richardson, please. Why is he playing 20 minutes? Like
we had a Jaime and Duncan.
We had Jaime play 16 minutes. I don't even, you know what, Tiff? Burks deserves minutes over him easily. But I'm talking Jaime got 16.
You know what's funny? I was saying he played Pelle Larsson the right amount of minutes. He only played 3. Why the fuck is Josh Richardson playing 20 minutes? And
that's
Pelle
my
Larsson
whole point.
Yeah.
Why are these 20 minutes from Josh Richardson not being distributed among Jaime and like Larsson and Duncan?
And I'll be really honest with you. In this type of game, I would have given more minutes to Pele than
Josh
JJJ.
Oh, then Jaime, yeah.
Well, I mean, there was
I mean more because he's more of a defensive player.
There was 17 whole minutes that Josh played more than Pelle that he could have took, and Jaime could have had his minutes too. There's just no reason to play bad players right now.
No. There's no reason
Especially if they're old.
to have only 2 people out there who could be stout on defense.
Josh should be behind Drew and Burks in the rotation.
Yeah.
As well as the guys.
Because his defense didn't even look good tonight. It just didn't look. I don't know what.
Yeah, I mean, he's not a good defender, y'all. I've said it 1,000 times. Like he used to be. Everyone used to call him a good defender. I used to say, no, he's trash. But he had the length and athleticism to make up for his mistakes. Now he just got the length. He's not athletic no more. So you just see a long arm just try to catch up to a motherfucker that just burned him because he's just out of position at all times. Like, it's just, I don't know. I don't get, like, someone in the chat was talking about how Spo's always like, make us see you, make us give you minutes, right? What have they seen from Josh Richardson and what haven't they seen from Alec Burks, right? Like, I'm not the biggest Alec Burks fan, but you can't tell me that he ain't going to give you more than Josh Richardson. You can't tell me Pella hasn't shown you more than Josh Richardson. You can't tell me Jaime hasn't shown you more than Josh Richardson. Did he play more than Duncan? He played more than Duncan.
Yeah, he was the second most minutes off the bench, and that's because Niko basically closed the entire fourth quarter.
Niko made them play him.
Exactly. But I didn't think Jaime was particularly bad today. I didn't think Duncan was bad today. I didn't think Larson even got a chance to prove he was good or bad. He didn't play enough. We saw Josh Richardson literally take that second quarter with those two, that rotate. As soon as I saw that rotation going, we were up, like, I think 15. I was like, yep. It's
gone.
It's gonna be a dogfight at the half unless they make a sub. And the whole reason that happens is because Terry dribble. We were looking so spry, so good. Ball was moving. It was jumping hand to hand, screen, boom, boom, boom. Terry comes in. Guys, relax. We are a pick and roll team with the first percentile. That's bad. Pick and roll ball handler in Terry Rozier. We're gonna do this. And you get your fucking results. Same results. Let the kids play.
Someone says Jay Rich got blackmail over Spo and Pat. It's got to be something.
That's why you said Spo had a great game. I'm like, I'm still looking at those Josh minutes, the lack of defensive sub.
No, I didn't say Spo had a great game. I did not say Spo had a great game. I said Spo had called a good play at the end of the game.
Okay, that's
he called a great play.
Because some of them Spotations, boy, they still. Oh man,
I'm giving him 3 more. Wait, was this the 7th? No, he has 1 more game. That's it. He has 10 games to get this right. But like, next one is the last one.
I'm telling you guys, you look at the way the starting lineup played, like how they played in the first, how they came out in the third, and you're like, what if I just sub Jimmy Butler in for Terry Rozier? Could that make it worse? There's absolutely no way that could happen. So like, it just boggles my mind that I know that's not even going to be a thought.
Right.
Like it's not even going to be considered. Like, and I know Jimmy doesn't want to, bring the ball up all game, but you can't trap Jimmy Butler like that.
No. Well, he's not going to prematurely pick up his dribble.
No. First of all, Jimmy's going to make a great pass, push the ball, and you're going to regret trapping. Not like you. I mean, you trap Terry. Like if he doesn't turn the ball over, the Heat will start offense with about 11 seconds on the clock. I mean,
every time.
Like I said, there's not a championship team there, but there's a team that's better than 4 and 5.
Yeah,
I mean, even though 4 and 5 is like the 3rd best record in the East right now.
No, the East is
there's everywhere.
Bucks, the East is terrible.
Heat are the 6th seed right now.
The 6th seed at 4 and 5.
Tied for the 5th seed.
Right out of the play-in. Told y'all.
They're half a game back from 3rd. Oh, that's amazing.
The East is terrible.
Home court in the first round.
I saw a Nuggets fan say that they would give a kidney to be in the Eastern Conference.
If the Heat were in the East, they would be 12th.
The West.
West, that's what I meant. Yeah, they were the West. The Sacramento's 5 and 4, and they're out of the playoffs right now. So yeah, it's good to be in the East this year.
We got some plays to show. Let's start it off with Zaddy back in the lineup, throwing touchdown passes on a Sunday. Kevin Love, look at this. I thought Terry was gonna blow it.
Oh my god! First of all, if he dribbled, you knew he was gonna fuck that up.
Yeah,
I totally did.
The best play of Terry's night is because he didn't fucking dribble the ball.
But notice how Kevin gets the rebound and turns and looks. He doesn't do extra shit. He doesn't pump fake in mid air.
The goggles.
I need a super cut of Terry Rozier defensive rebounds. Like I think he did one tonight where he tapped it off the backboard.
He tapped the backboard, man.
Oh my
you
god,
goofy motherfucker! Just
NBA Jam ass rebounds, bro. What is
fucking
this?
Ball? What are you doing? Oh my god! What else you got?
We got the Bam, one of his rare offensive plays that went well today. Quick jabs have 1 dribble.
Yeah.
That's
God.
it.
That.
You feel like he could do that 9 times a game.
It's because he hits that. He doesn't get anybody else with that move.
That's because Nas Reed was guarding him.
Yeah, that's it.
Nas Reed is he can shoot though. That's
yeah,
he ain't much of a defender. But
he sure can score.
We can score. We wanted to talk about. We were talking about this before the game, before the show. But that last defensive play, the breakdown here. Who else but Terry with the defensive breakdown in the zone, just in no man's land.
Hardly nobody.
And that caused the
boxing out nobody.
All the rotations to happen. Bam and Niko both go inside against Rudy, and nobody's there to get McDaniels
or
Julius
or Randall
or Orange Julius.
And the funniest thing is we don't have the previous part of this play where Terry waves off with Highsmith. Like
so that he can
there's
guard
a screen.
Edwards.
Yeah, there's a screen that like Highsmith isn't even getting screened, and here comes Terry with the fucking goggles on. Just I got him, and Highsmith was like, "Oh shit, no!" But
Luda,
he doubled and caused all this.
Highsmith had been waving him off all game. Like if you don't get your sorry ass over on Conley or somebody, he literally he basically pushing him over to Conley or whatever. Rando they had out there, like get away from Anthony Edwards. Who the fuck do you think you are,
man?
And Highsmith did a good job when he had to guard Anthony Edwards.
He did a great job.
Yeah, he did.
Like he's the best wing defender on this team. And it's not just he's one of the best wing defenders in the league. I'm sorry, I'm 100%.
100%.
I was mad at Highsmith for this offensive rebound. I still think he should have got over there. Like right here. Highsmith needs a break for the rebound.
Yeah, he didn't box anybody out.
Well, and the turn was too slow. When he came around looking,
you need to crash.
He needs to come faster.
It's 9 seconds left for tie game.
Suppose like this is why I play you 9 minutes a game sometimes. You need to be perfect.
Yeah, but
he look at that spot now saying, "What? You don't want to play me? Okay."
Look, that should have been Rozier helping on Rudy. And Bam could have probably got out there and got that rebound. But no, now two guys got to be on Rudy because if Rozier's out there with fucking NBA League Pass just watching the goddamn game.
So let's watch the last play one more time.
Beautiful.
Look at that.
Niko.
Used all the height.
I love the fact that they flex after Randall flexing on that.
This is my favorite after the game.
Everybody was like, shout out Niko, because even before the season, he was talking about like he feels like he can do more.
Yeah.
But he's coming in to play a role and he's fine with that. Today with Jimmy out was a day that he showed you, like, he backed up the shit he was talking. Rightfully so. Like, I never doubted that he could put this up. But like it's nice to see everybody be so happy for him. I still think he's the youngest player on the team, besides KLove. So like that's still crazy to me.
But let that man run with the second unit.
That's his. That looks like that's his.
Did you see how good he looked when he had players who knew how to move without the basketball?
Yeah, no, it looked
with my man, with Duncan, with Pella for the few minutes. Like he looked so happy.
Yeah.
He was running fast breaks with a smile from ear to ear.
This is like that's my only thing. Why I don't want Terry Rozier on the bench, because I don't want him to ruin that second unit.
So you want him to ruin the first unit?
I mean,
he already is. Said I'll take it.
To be honest, he could be over there drawing up plays with Drew Smith for all I give a fuck. Like people keep asking me my preferred rotation, and they're like, "What about Terry?" I'm like, "Did I stutter, motherfucker?" What no goddamn typo.
Terry be a great starting point guard for the Sioux Falls Skyforce.
Someone said Tyler slapped a black man on the last possession and got away with it.
That's because it was in Minnesota.
It was who was it? Orange Julius? I didn't see.
No, I think it was Mike. It was Mike on the reach that
I didn't see.
Oh yeah.
Never happened. Never happened.
You got qualified immunity as far as I'm
exactly. Never happened.
Trump's America already. No, but I wanted to talk about Kevin. They had him on the post-game show, and right away, first thing he does, talks about Niko, talks about how proud he was of Niko responding and playing well, playing hard, having that moment at the end. and that's something they missed. Like Kevin brings such the last 2 seasons. Ever since Kevin got here, he has brought an infectious positivity to the locker room, and he's been a big part of a lot of success because of that attitude and that veteran leadership. And they've sorely missed that. I'm so glad he's healthy.
No, you always see like there's always a guy that has a really positive reaction to Kevin Love out there. And it's like last year it felt like it was Duncan. Hopefully maybe this year it's Niko. Like it's just I think we called it. It was the finals year. Like the what he brought to the locker room ever since as soon as he got onto the team, it's just been something different. And listen, people really like Alf, you're crazy for Kevin Love starting. He's washed. Bro, that dude can play the Myers Leonard Memorial fucking first quarter, third quarter, first 6 minutes. Like, just get the team into rhythm. Like,
a boost. He gives him a boost.
That. Like, he can still play 12 minutes a game. He'll survive, guys. I promise. And he can be impactful for those 12 minutes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It just makes but a lot of shit makes sense to me this season, and I'm not seeing none of it on the court. Like, their hand has to be forced with things like a Jimmy injury.
Right. Josh, we need a Josh injury again.
Oh, well, see,
oh no.
I was just coming up short.
And then you're gonna get more Terry minutes.
That's the thing with Spo, man. That, like, I don't know what he has.
We need both of them to get the stomach virus.
Hey, come on. We do not wish bad on people.
Just the stomach virus.
I mean,
that's not an injury. That's just I'm
not rooting for an injury. I'm rooting for the front office to like take Josh away from Spo. Like you can't help yourself with this guy.
Here's the problem. Who's gonna trade? Who's gonna trade for Josh?
No, I'm just talking to release. He's making the minimum. Cut your losses, man.
He's talking like just off the team, like
hey, DJ Irie, you need some help.
He is a DJ.
Exactly. He could be second string there too.
How's that motherfucker with a t-shirt cannon?
He probably missed too, just like in the game.